Hello everyone. So our topic for today's lesson is all about multiplying rational algebraic expression, lesson 4 in mathematics 8. But before we're going to start, I would like to introduce myself first. So my name is Aaron B. Aloro, your teacher in mathematics 8 as well as your advisor. So no further ado, let's proceed to the discussion. What what to know? In today's lesson, you are expected to multiply rational algebraic expression and divide rational algebraic expression. So this is our goals for today's lesson or our learning objectives. Multiplying rational algebraic expressions. The concept of multiplying the numerator and the denominator of a fraction also applied to multiply rational algebraic expressions. In addition to just multiplying the numerators and denominator, there are methods of reducing the product into its lower forms. So, multiplying rational algebraic expression and methods of reducing the product in lowest form will be discussed using series of examples. So, this time we're going to know how to multiply rational algebraic expression. So let us now proceed to the examples. Method 1. Divide out greatest common monomial factor or GCMF after multiplying. So there are several methods that we're going to encounter in this lesson, but now let's just focus on method 1. So we're going to divide greatest GCMF after multiplying. So first we're going to divide the GCMF. So example number 1, 37x all over 2y times y all over 4. So solution, step 1, multiply the numerator and denominator of the given rational algebraic expression. So first, we're going to multiply the numerator. So the numerator, we have 37x times y, that is equal to 37xy. And then for the denominator, 2y times 4, that would be equals to 8y. 8y. So step 2, find the greatest common monomial factor of the product of the numerator and denominator. So first we're going to look for the prime factors of the denominator and numerator. For the numerator and the denominator. So we're going to factor the numerator first. So we have 37xy. So if we're going to factor that, we have 37 times x times y. Same goes for the denominator, which is 8y. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times y. So look for the common factor from the two groups of factors. So these are the two group of factors. We're going to look its common. So the common here is y. So we have the GCF of y, or greatest common factor of y. So step 3, divide out GCMF of the product of numerator and denominator. So okay, if we multiply 37 all over 2y times y raised to the power of times y all over 4, that is equals to 37xy all over 8y. So divide out GCMF. So we have the GCMF of y. So we're going to divide y, divide y. So that is understood to be 1. So cancelled out. So the remaining the remaining expression is in step 4. Simplify the remaining factors. So the remaining factors in 37, if we're going to multiply 37x all over 2y times y all over 4, that is 37x all over 8 because we cancelled out y. So this is the product in reduced form. The methods illustrated by the previous examples can also be used to rational algebraic expression involving polynomials. So method 1, divide out greatest common monomial factor after multiplying. So example number 1, we have the polynomials x squared minus 4 all over 2 times 4 all over x minus 2. Solution, step 1, multiply the numerator and denominators of the given rational algebraic expression. So first, we're going to multiply the numerator. So okay, we have the numerator of x squared minus 4 and 4. So we're going to multiply that. So by distributive property, we're going to distribute 4 to x squared minus 4. So we're going to have x squared times 4 and negative 4 times 4. So simplify this uh, equation. So we're going to have 4, x squared times 4 for x squared, and then negative 4 times 4, that would be negative 16. So same procedure in the denominator. The denominator, so we have two denominator, we have 2 and x minus 2. So distributive property, so we're going to have 2 times x minus 2 times 2. So 2 times x, that would be 2x, and negative 2 times 2, that would be negative 4 in simplified. So step 2, find the GCMF of the product of the numerator and the denominator. First is the numerator, so we have 4x squared minus 16. This is equals to 2x minus 4, 2x plus 4, factoring difference of two squares. So we're going to factor the greatest common monomial factor now, or the GCMF. So we have 2. So 2, we're going to take out 2 in the binomials, each binomials. So we're going to have 2x minus 2 times 2 times x plus 2. So same procedure in the denominator. So we have the denominator of 2x minus 4. The rational algebra expression is equals to 2 times x minus 2. So factor it out. So factoring greatest common monomial factor. So next is look for the common factor from the numerator and denominator. As you can see earlier in the previous slide, so their common factor is 2 times x minus 2. Both of them have this factor. So their GCMF is 2 times x minus 2. So step 3, divide out the GCMF of the product of numerators and denominator. So product not yet reduced. So if you're going to multiply 2x squared minus 4 over 2 times 4 all over x minus 2 is equals to, first we're going to multiply the numerator, that is equals to 4x squared minus 16. If you're going to multiply this, and then the denominator, multiply the denominator, so we have the answer of 2x minus 4. And then now factored form of the numerator and denominator. So we're going to factor the numerator and denominator. So this is the factored form of numerator and denominator, which is 2 times x minus 2 times 2 times x plus 2. So for the denominator, so this is the factor, 2 times x minus 2. So and now divide out GCMF. So if we're going, the GCMF is 2x minus 2. So we're going to divide out. So they both have their, that is their common greatest common monomial factor of numerator and denominator. So you'll just cancel it out. So 2 divide 2, that is 1, cancel it out. X minus 2, x divide x minus 2, cancel it out. So the remaining term is, or the remaining term, or the remaining factor is 2 times x plus 2. So simplified in step 4, simplify the remaining factor, which is 2x plus 2. So remaining factor, so 2x plus 2. So distributive property, so 2 times x plus 2 times 2, that would be 2x plus 4, which is the product in reduced form. So, okay. Method 2. Divide out greatest common monomial factor before multiplying. In the previous slide, we used after multiplying, and now let's go for before multiplying, which is method 2. Example number 2. So 5, so x minus 5 all over x squared minus 7x plus 10 times x squared plus x minus 6 divided by 5. Solution step 1, find the GCMF of the numerator and denominator. So first you're going to find the GCMF, or the greatest common monomial factor of the numerator and denominator. First is the numerator. So we have two numerator, which is x minus 5 and x squared plus x minus 6. So you're going to find the GCMF of that two of the two numerators. So we have, so is equals to, so we have x minus 5, so times x squared plus x minus 6. So factored it out. So the remaining, retain the other factors and write the factors of the trinomials. So the factor of trinomials is x plus 3 and times x minus 2. So this is the factor of the trinomial. So retain the other factor, which is x minus 5. So retain it. So just simply don't touch it. Just factor the trinomials. So we have now the factor of the factor of the numerator, which is x minus 5 times x plus 3 times x minus 2. So now let's proceed to the denominator, which we have two denominator. We have first x squared minus 7x plus 10 and 5. So factor it out. So first we're going to factor the trinomials. So the factor of the trinomials, we have x minus 5, x minus 2. Retain 5. So the factor of the denominator is x minus 5 times x minus 2 times 5. So look for the common factor from the numerator and denominator. So the common factor of the denominator and numerator and denominator, which is 5 minus x minus 5 times x minus 2. So x minus 5, x minus 5, x minus 2, x minus 2. So this is the GCF of the numerator and denominator. Step 2, divide out GCMF of the numerator and denominator. So factorization of the numerator and denominator. You're going to factor the numerator and denominator. So if you're going to factor if you're going to factor this expression, so we're going to have this factor. So in numerator, so we have x minus 5 times x plus 3 times x minus 2. In denominator, so we have x minus 5 times x minus 2 times 5. So divide out GCMF. So we're going to divide out GCMF, or greatest common monomial factor. So their greatest common monomial factor is x minus 5 times x minus 2. So cancel it out or divide it out. So divide x minus 5 cancelled. X minus 2 cancelled. So the remaining, in step 3, the remaining factor is a x plus 3 all over 5, which is the product in reduced form. Dividing rational algebraic expression, the quotient of two rational algebraic expression is the product of the dividend and the reciprocal of the divisor. In symbols, we have a over b divide c all over d, that is equals to a over b times d all over c. As you notice that you're going to reverse the dividend, or you're going to reciprocal the dividend, or change the position of c and d of the dividend. So that is equals to ad all over bc. So where A, B, C is not equal to 0. Where B, C, D is not equal to 0. I mean B, C, D is not equal to 0. So as you remember that there is no zero denominator. So B, C, and D are the denominator. So there are no zero denominator. So therefore, B, C, and D is not equal to 0. So to help you understand how to divide rational algebra expression, examine the example below. So okay, example 1. So we have the polynomials x plus y all over x minus y. Divide x all over y. So solution, step 1, determine the dividend and divisor of the expression. So we have to determine the dividend. So okay, the dividend here is the x plus y all over x minus y, and the divisor is x all over y. So step 2, find the reciprocal of the divisor. Sorry for the what I said earlier. So it's not the dividend, but it is the divisor that we're going to reciprocal, or do the multiplicative inverse. Or reciprocal means it's multiplicative inverse. So okay, so you're going to reverse the divisor. So we're going to have from x all over y, that is y all over x. So step 3, multiply the dividend with the reciprocal of the divisor. So multiply numerator with the numerator. So we're going to multiply it so by distributive property, and also for the denominator, distributive property. So we have x times y plus y times y, and then x times y minus x times x minus y times x. So distributive property. So their quotient is, so x times y, that is x y, and plus x plus y times y, that is y squared plus y squared, and then x times x, that is x squared, minus negative y times x, that is negative xy. So that is the quotient in reduced form. Thank you for listening in our discussion for today's lesson. Sorry for the inconvenience because it is noisy here. I hope you learned something from me. Thank you, and see you again.